What's going on, guys? Just coming to you here. Too many changes to just write it all out. So I'm going to make a quick video to go over the changes in version 2.0. Yes, this is 2.0. Now, this 2.0 version still does not include the full strategy, but there were enough changes to constitute it being called version 2.0. All right, so in this version, we will be introducing US 30 as the second pair that market maker trend will trade. All right. For US 30, the stop loss will be 500 pips. Take profit 1,000 pips. Profit lock 1. Once price is 500 pips in profit, it locks in 300. Profit lock 2. Once price is 800 pips in profit, it locks in 600 pips. All right. Partial 1. So once profit lock 1 is locked in, partial 1, it'll take 30% partials. So if you have a standard lot, it will close out 0.3 of your standard lot and you'll have a 0.70 still running and your stop loss will be in profit. And then once it gets to profit lock 2, of that 0.70 that's left over, it will take 50% of that. So it'll close out 0.35 at 600 pips. At 800 pips, and then lock in profit at 600 pips. And then either that original the remainder 0.35 either hits 1,000 pips TP or it will come back and hit stop loss and profit. All right. So that's just an example. If you're using a standard lot, I use that example because it is a round number. All right. So for those who voted, US 30 is the second pair that will be added. Stop loss, take profit, partials, and profit lock information there. All right. Next. All right, we're bringing on the prop firm cheat code settings. Prop firm cheat code settings right here. All right, so if you turn prop firm settings to true, all right, comments on the individual trades disappear. So the actual trades themselves, if you look at them in Market Maker, they'll say, if you look at them on the on your MT4 app on your phone or your tablet, you click on the individual trade, it'll say MMT on it. So this will turn off the comments. All right. Also, it's going to randomize your take profit and your stop loss by 0.5. So no one will have the exact same take profit and stop loss. So randomized by 0.5%. So for example, with US 30, US 30 has to take profit of 1,000 pips. So your take profit or stop loss will never be more than 5 pips. All right, in either direction. It could be 5 up or 5 back. All right, could be 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 3.1 pips. 0.4 pips. Just it's going to be a random number. Within a 0.5%, so it doesn't mess anything up. Majority from your, as far as a huge shift from your take profit and stop loss, but it will be different than all other accounts. All right, now your profit locks and your partials and all that will all be at the exact same levels they're supposed to be at, but your take profit and stop loss will be the only thing that actually gets randomized. And then, of course, your magic number. You have an area for magic number to put in your own custom magic number. All right, and we'll go look at that here in a second as well. All right, stealth mode. Stealth mode is experimental. All right, just so you know, it is experimental, meaning that there could be some issues with it, but we've tested it out thoroughly and it works just fine. But it is experimental. Now, how does it work? So you will have your regular buy sell entries. Those will show. All right. Now, what won't show is your take profit and stop loss, or when price moves, when your stop loss moves into profit, all that, you won't see any of that. All right. The orders will not be sent to the actual brokers. The broker won't be able to see that. All right. Now, what you will be able to see is lines on the chart that represent, your stop loss being moved up into profit. All right. But the actual orders won't be sent. So when the actual stop loss is moved into profit, that is an order. All right. So the broker will not see it. All they will see is price being closed out. So it'll look like a normal trader closing out partials. All right. So everything is virtual, meaning that the EA will see it and do it for you, but the orders won't be sent to the broker, so the broker won't see it. So there's another way to keep you under the radar with these brokers if you are on and utilizing, a funded account. All right. And then last but not least, because of the results, and I'll show you those, we've allowed for the risk to actually increase up to 2% per trade. And we'll show you some of those results. All right. So there was one error fixed for those who continue to have a balance is zero error. That error was fixed. All right. Algo changes. So there's changes to the algorithm. All right. Trend filter. All right. So now the algorithm, this is the main reason why we're calling it version 2.0, is because we've added to the algorithm. We haven't really changed it. All right. As you guys know, DAX was trading with the 15-minute time frame. Well, as far as the trend, well, we've added higher time frame trend filters. All right, to ensure that all brokers are trading in the same direction. So for DAX, we're using the daily, the 1 hour, the 15-minute, and then of course the entries will still be on the 1 minute. For US 30, we're using the hour, the 30-minute, and the 15-minute, and of course all entries will be on the 1 minute. All right. Now, one thing we started to do is we started to optimize additional aspects of the settings to find the best setting so that you guys don't have to worry about trying to figure out what is the best setting. All right. So for DAX, we optimized the trading time parameters. So what time of day and time of what days of the week. All right. So for DAX, we trade all day Sunday through 4 p.m. Eastern. So when market opens Sunday to 4 p.m. Eastern on Monday, and then we trade 2:30 a.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern the remainder of the week. Yes, Monday through Friday. So DAX will trade Sunday through Friday. US 30 will only trade Monday through Thursday, and it will trade 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Now, DAX did have some, as far as its trading parameters, they were re-optimized. All right. So the stop loss on DAX used to be 470. It's now been reduced to 440. So you now have a smaller stop loss. Your take profit was 720 pips. Now that's increased to 820 pips. All right. So now the risk to reward used to be 1 to 1.53. Now your risk to reward is 1 to 1.86, allowing for bigger profits. All right. When you're trading with the trend, you typically have an opportunity to catch bigger moves when you're trading with the trend. If you guys have ever noticed that when you're trading on the charts. All right, profit lot 1 for DAX used to be 470 pips to lock in 300. Now it's increased 500 pips to lock in 300. Profit lot 2 used to be 680 pips to lock in 500. Now it's 740 pips to lock in 680. All right. Partial 1 used to be 30% for partial 1. It stayed the same. All right. Partial 2 used to be 90%. All right. Now that's been reduced to 30%. So now you have more of your trade go to take profit, allowing you to make more money long term. All right. So now you have a 30% partial 1, 30% partial 2, and the remainder will be at TP. All right. So if you had a standard lot, that means 0.3 is going to come off. So you have 0.7 left over. All right. And then of the 0.7, it will take out a 0.21 and you'll have 0.49. So you will have almost 50% of your trade, of your actual lot size, has the opportunity to go take profit. All right. So this allows you to make more money in the long run. All right. We've also optimized the equity profit protectors. This is the beauty, the second beauty of version 2.0. The first one is, of course, just the trend filters. Now, the second beauty is optimizing equity and profit protectors. All right. I will show you what optimizing these have done. All right. So let's talk about it. For DAX, the baseline is at 1%. All right. So again, you can go up to 2%, but the baseline, we start off at 1% and we built the formula from there, and you'll see what I mean. So for DAX, weekly equity, 5%, weekly profit, 7.5, daily equity, 2.5, and daily profit, 3.75. All right. Now, if you upgrade and you want to use 2% risk, then everything doubles. You go to weekly equity, 10%, weekly profit, 15%, daily equity, 5%, daily profit, 7.5%. All right. If you go down to 0.5, everything cuts in half. You go weekly equity, 2.5, weekly profit. Uh-oh. Let's undo that. All right, weekly profit will be 3.75. Daily equity will be 1.25, and daily profit will be half of that, 3.75. So half of that is 1.875. All right. So again, the baseline is at 1%. These numbers right here. All right. And so everything is divided or multiplied. So for example, if you go from 1 to 2, you just double everything. If you go 1 to 1.5, then you go up on everything by 50%. All right. So it just kind of gives you an idea of how the ratio works. All right. For US 30, the baseline at 1% is weekly equity 8%, weekly profit 10%, daily equity 4%, daily profit 5%. So if you go to 2% on US 30, weekly equity is 16, weekly profit 20, daily equity 8, daily profit 10. All right. And same thing if you go down to 0.5, your weekly equity will get cut in half to 4, weekly profit gets cut in half to 5, daily equity gets cut in half to 2, daily profit gets cut in half to 2.5. Now, why did we do it this way? All right. So what we found is that by optimizing the profit protectors, you got to think about it. Depending on your risk, if you stay consistent with your risk, all right, there are some weeks that you hit the daily protector, some weeks you don't, all right. And what we found is that if you stay consistent, all right, with your equity protectors, all right, there is a sweet spot, and that sweet spot needs to be cascaded across all levels of risk. So this formula right here, this baseline that we have for DAX and US 30 is the sweet spot. So this needs to, so that we create a formula around these settings so that this variation of the settings happen on 0.3% risk, 1.3% risk, 2% risk, 1.1% risk, 0.6% risk, doesn't matter. The variation of this here, this is the base formula for both of these. All right, and it's just cascaded across every risk, keeping the actual profits consistent. And I'll show you exactly what these do. All right. We've also optimized the spread. Now, we couldn't change it because there's only one area for spread. So if you're running DAX, you need to have spread at 200. If you're running US 30, you need to have spread at 350. All right. Visual changes. You will now only have access to spread, pair to trade, prop firm settings, and alert settings. I'll show you that here in a second. And of course, no preloaded diamonds for past trades. But if you get a valid trade, you'll see diamonds. And as long as you run the EA, you'll continue to see more diamonds as they pop up. But you will not be able to go back and see old diamonds. All right, so let's go in here and let's go take a look. All right, so we come in here and we take a look. This is DAX right here. And if we come in here and we add the EA on, you will see you only have access to the asset to trade, spread, risk per trade, your prop firm cheat code settings, alert settings. That's it. So there is no more. There is no more questioning about what's the best settings. You now simply just set your spread to 200 for DAX, or you double click and go US 30 and set it to 350, and then you select what you're willing to risk per trade. And if you want to use prop firm settings, you can. And of course, make sure your alerts are set to true so you can make sure you get those alerts to understand what's going on with your account. That's it, guys. We've made it super, super simple now. All right, everybody's going to have and should have consistent results. All right, the same as everybody else. Now let's go and take a look at what these trades have done. So we got a new reporting here, new reporting. So as you can see here, these reports I'm going to show you are combined. What does it look like to trade US 30 and DAX at the same time with 0.5 risk, with 1% risk, and with 2% risk? All right. So the cool thing about optimizing the profit and equity protectors is that no matter what you put it on, look at this here at the bottom. At the bottom here, every month is a profitable month. Now, when we put the standard settings on here, as you guys know, I think the standard settings were weekly equity protector at 10, weekly profit protector at 20, and then 5 and 10 for the daily. we had a couple of losing months, including June, which the month we just went through that was rough for us. All right. But when we found that sweet spot and then we created the formula so that no matter what percent risk you're at, you have the same sweet spot, just cascaded smaller or higher depending on your risk. Every month was a winner. So here is at 0.5 risk, at 1% risk, you can see here, all winners. Every month was a winner. And at 2% risk, you can see here what? Every month was a winner. Every month. So that's the beauty of optimizing the equity and profit protectors. All right. Now, as you can see here, this is 2% risk. You can see this is a $100,000 account is what we started off with. In the first 6 months of the year, and then of course the one day of July, July 1st, you're up 451%. 10%, 10.13% drawdown, 84.5% win rate. All right. That is crazy. All right. Crazy numbers. All right. Maximum consecutive wins, 43. Maximum consecutive losses, 6. This is what happens when you trade with the trend. All right. Maximum consecutive wins, 43. Losses, 6. All right. Now let's go look at 1%. All right. Here at 1%, again, $100,000 account in the first 6 months of the year, and that one day of July, which is last Friday, July 1st only, you were up 160% in the first half of the year. 5.58% drawdown, which is crazy, guys. 84.64 win percentage. All right. Come down here. Maximum consecutive wins, 39. Maximum consecutive losses, 6. Now, you're probably wondering why consecutive wins drop down. Remember, you're using a different profit protector and equity protector on every risk setting. All right. Therefore, depending on what risk parameter you're using, risk per trade, you may hit that profit protector sooner. 2% risk per trade is going to hit the profit protector, equity protector faster than if you're using 1% or 0.5%. All right. So you still have 39 max consecutive wins versus 6 max consecutive losses. All right. And then last but not least, let's go to 0.5. So here at 0.5, $100,000 account, first 6 months of the year, plus that only one day in July, July 1st, you were still up 68% on your account. You see here, 68.1. All right. 2.89% drawdown, guys. That is crazy. Trading indices, US 30 and DAX, 84.3% win rate. Max consecutive wins, 37. Max consecutive losses, 5. All right. So this is the update for version 2.0. It is a game changer. All right. Do as you wish. Always make sure to use proper risk management. Only risk which you're willing to afford to actually deal with as far as the drawdown goes. All right. Know that past performance is not indicative, which means it does not guarantee that you have the exact same performance with the second half of this year. This is just give you an indication of how the software now runs. All right. And if we go look at the chart one last time so you guys can see it here, we throw it here on the chart just so you can see here. It tells you the actual trend. So here is DAX. It'll tell you 24-hour trend sell, 1-hour trend sell, 15-minute trend sell, market maker trend, strong sell. If it's strong sell or strong buy, it will take a trade. If it says weak sell or weak buy, which means one of these is not a sell or not a buy, it will not take a trade. All right. Just letting you know that now. So, hope you guys like the new version. Looking forward to seeing you guys run with it. 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is what time the first trade for DAX will start trading tomorrow, or when you guys have this. All right. Make sure to use proper risk management. Select the risk parameter per trade that you're willing to accept on your account. Let's make some money, guys. Thanks.